Welcome to Small Town Big Mouths podcast, where our three hosts will be unraveling tales about dating and life in general that will have you laughing, nodding your head, and even cringing in sympathy. So sit back, buckle up, and get ready for the ride.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We're so excited you're listening to us. This is Misty, aka Dolce.
And this is Amber, your one and only.
And this is Nikki, your resident bartender, chiming in. So we like to start off sometimes with a current event. And I looked this up because our podcast today is going to be about seasonal depression. I thought a good way to go into it was, are you guys aware that the city of Mexico has no water and has had no water for like 3 months?
What?
Mexico City. Do you know how many people are in Mexico City, you guys?
So what are they doing?
22 million people in this city. And it says that they do not have proper running water for the last 3 months. Mexico City was built on like sand and like clay, and there's like an aquifer underneath, which is where they get their water from, but it has deteriorated over the years because Mexico City is very old, right? Clearly. And it's saying now that within the next couple of months, okay, what it says is that for more than 3 months, they have went without proper running water. Sometimes it comes on for an hour or two, but only a small trickle comes out, barely enough to fill a couple of buckets, then nothing for many, many days. People wash themselves. They capture the runoff. They use that to flush their toilets. Mexico City, 22 million people, okay?
Holy shit.
Yeah. And they're getting ready to have hot water. It's just, have you ever been to Mexico City, either one of you guys?
I've flown through there. Super polluted.
It is, because there's so many people. I have actually had an 8-hour layover there. The city's beautiful. I walked out. I was going to smoke a cigarette. This little kid came up to me. He's like, blah, 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 chicle. And I'm like, no, I don't want any gum. I'm like, but you know what? I was like, maybe a taxi cab ride somewhere. He's like, oh, all of a sudden, oh, my uncle, he has a taxi. And the next thing you know,
he's all speaking English.
Yeah, some fucking guy comes pulling up. But it was really the greatest. The good man was so nice. He took me everywhere. I got to see like Mexico, Beverly Hills, and like I saw where the president lives. Like it was a big, he took me on a fucking bang up ass tour. It's a beautiful, beautiful city, but
well, not now.
22 million people, right?
Wait, so this is crazy, and the president lives there.
Yes.
Because wherever
and
the
he
government
lives in a
is,
palace.
You usually have some water.
Yeah.
I mean,
but here's the crux of that too, is like, I don't feel like the president's really ever there. So the palace is huge. It's like, I have pictures somewhere on my phone, but it's literally like there's all these gates around it and you can walk up and like take a picture, but you can't go beyond the gate. Like there's guards. Okay. And so it seems like the last couple times that I went to Cancun, the president was in Cancun. Like I'm literally leaving the resort one day. Me and my friend, we're fucked up. We're like walking down. It's like, have you ever been to Cancun?
Yeah.
It's like Vegas on the water. So like walking, right? I'm all fucked up and I'm like looking around. I didn't know what was going on because I just saw dudes everywhere with guns. So we turn around, we go back in the hotel, we walk up to the guy at the bar, we're like, what the fuck is going on outside? He goes, oh yeah, the president of Mexico, he's staying at the place next door. Da da da. He goes, it's okay, you're safe. Da 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 da. So we go out and we walk back.
You're in the safest place,
right? Yeah. Well, when we walk back out there, there's just like dudes on top of trucks. They've got their fucking AK-47s out, like they are ready to like shoot someone if they need to. And then I went back to Mexico a couple years later, same scenario, and I knew, and I went back inside the hotel and I was like, is the president staying near here? And the guy like looked at me, he goes, actually, he's at the place 3 doors down. I was like, oh, okay. It all makes sense because they're everywhere. So I feel like the president doesn't spend a lot of time there. However, so anyway,
he's definitely not there right now. Yeah,
he obviously hasn't been there for 3 fucking months because
that
what
is
the fuck?
so sad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like that's a necessity.
And that's exactly what this article is saying, is that it is a necessity. And these people are like, they've had years of abnormally low rainfall, which meant that the aquifer didn't have any water coming into it. So now they're just using up whatever water's been there. So it's
so they're in a drought.
How privileged are we to have running water?
Right.
Well, 100%.
Right. And they also are saying that the whole city is it's sinking, and it's sinking 20 inches a year.
Yeah.
Because it's built on clay.
Yeah. Well,
it's just going to get sucked in.
Dude, I don't.
What are you going to do with 22 million people? I was going to say something, but it's probably not appropriate.
Don't say it if it's not appropriate.
No. But I just don't. Yeah, like these people have to be relocated.
Right.
Yeah.
22 million people.
But where?
Yeah,
I know.
Exactly. And like, a lot of Mexico City, like I said, it's very beautiful and it's very like culturally diverse. There are like huge ass statues. Like, I mean, I took a lot of pictures there. There's like, you can drive and there's like a roundabout, and in the middle of it, there's like this, she's like some goddess and she looks like she's made out of gold. And it's just like, it's real gaudy, but it's real pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And like every Saturday they have like this, like they do a parade. It's every Saturday. The guy told me it's every Saturday. And she's like some princess, or not a queen, but like she's like Miss Mexico, whatever. That's not what it is. And they parade her around and they do this every Saturday. And I'm just thinking, do you think because there's 22 million people and everything's so heavy that's why, like, is that, I'm just saying.
That's why it's sinking.
Yeah.
Personal jinx.
I get it. It's going to sink anyway because it's built on a clay foundation, not good, blah, blah,
So
blah.
why, I'm just thinking in the, long lost years, like why did they even think to build something on top of clay? You know what I mean?
I think it just because something about the Aztecs. I was trying to read the article to get a little better, but what they're saying too is like the rain, instead of like sinking in, like right here, it says the rainwater rolls off the city's hard and permeable surfaces rather than sinking into the ground. So they're not getting any groundwater also. So 60% of their water comes from this aquifer, which is empty. Now they've got, no rain on top of it. And
22 million people.
22 million people. Well, and then I'm thinking in my head, like, wasn't there like a thing, I don't know if this was in the 80s or the 70s, where like in Japan or like somewhere, you could only have like so many children because there was
China, I think, or Japan.
China.
Yeah, one of those.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe
Population control.
Yeah, maybe they need to do that and start like figuring out, because that is so crazy.
awful. It takes away your human rights, and
I know, but it's just so crazy to me. Like,
but it also opens up that conversation to why people are fleeing, right? I mean, if I lived there, I'd be fleeing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like, where do you go?
I think what I was trying to say is it's so beautiful there. I don't know if that's where people are fleeing from. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of like beautiful cultural things there. And I feel like a lot of people that have family there, they go there instead of leaving there. And I know
But if you're not getting water.
Right. But this has just only been going on for 3 months. So, and I feel like out of all the places in Mexico, Mexico City is one of the richest places as well. There's a lot of really nice, like.
So they're floored probably by this because they're not used to this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And it doesn't say that it's like everywhere, but I'm guessing.
Okay, look, don't laugh at me, but I'm not good with geography.
Yeah.
Is Mexico City near in a body of water,
No.
ocean, bay? Nothing. It's like
No,
more
it's
inland.
in the middle. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like landlocked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Super polluted.
It would be like Fresno. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there's an ocean, but we're not like close to it.
Yeah.
And like if we were built on sand or like, clay, of course.
We'd start sinking.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's fucking crazy. But that brings us right into
Seasonal depression.
Yeah. Didn't we talk a tiny bit when it was just Amber and I about the flooding in LA?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the rain,
Which they're not getting.
Yeah, clearly.
they're definitely not
Clearly.
getting.
Yeah.
But a lot of times people have seasonal depression when it's called winter blues. But it doesn't necessarily happen during the winter time for some people. It can happen at other times. But it's usually the same season every year. And I've personally gone through this, and this is the first time I've realized it happens the same time every year.
I
In
guess
your
I
life?
need to
The
pay
first time?
attention.
No, probably since Russ died. It's always January, February when I start feeling that. I think it's because I stay
Is
so
there
busy
something
during the
that
holidays.
correlates with it? Like, is it Russ's birthday? Is that is there something that correlates with that? Or
There
is it?
isn't, which is weird because I've been told that even though you stay busy, your body knows when it's an anniversary, when it's a birthday. So, I'm sure you can relate when it's a birthday, his death date, birth date, you may feel a little off a week or two before because your body knows, even though you're staying busy.
Because you know why? And I agree with you. Because the weather has so much to do with that. Because when it's like, so my late husband, he died in September. Mm-hmm. That is a big month for the weather change. And you feel that. So when you're feeling that, I do get in like a funk. Because I'm feeling like, oh, it's that time of the year.
It's very heavy.
Now that she just said that, do you notice that it happens Every September?
Oh yeah, I'm in a bad place. And what sucks is my birthday's September 24th.
Oh.
And it really sucks. I always loved September, and I love that change. Fall's always been my favorite. It's my birthday. Totally changed everything for me.
And it's hard because I'm very busy all the time. That's how I live my life because that's what works for me. And I think it is also a trauma response. But so when I get like that, I don't want to be around anybody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I do what I have to get shit done. But other than that, like, just leave me alone. And some people don't understand that. They're like, what's going on? You know, people that know me for a few years, they're like, oh, you know.
I just thought it was because you had a new boyfriend.
No.
No, but that's why
I'm
they
just messing with her.
say, you know, you need your vitamin D.
Yeah.
Because
You need some good D.
That too.
I ran out of my vitamin D too.
Damn, you're missing out on D&D. But that's why, right? Because the sun brings the vitamin D,
Yes.
and it does do something for you, like serotonin.
Well, like, look
levels
at just like today, it was so nice outside. I met my friend down in Old Town Clovis.
and everybody was out.
And we literally were walking, and then we got to like there's like they sell like washers and dryers, Clovis Appliance. There was like 20 people standing out there. They were all on their phone. I don't know if they were playing like fucking Pokemon or something, but I was like, I'm like walking and I go, what are all these fucking people doing? They weren't like out looking at the sun and like enjoying
scavenger hunts.
They were. I fucking swear to God, I thought they were doing a scavenger hunt. They were. Every single one of these people was like on their phone, and I was just like, what's going on right now? And I had almost FOMO for a second.
No,
I'm
I
like,
think
what are they doing? Can I
everybody's
see
just
over
on
there?
their fucking phones. Like,
It was weird though. They were like, chunked up
but
together.
it is weird. Like, you go into restaurants, and I'll look around, I'm like, oh,
everyone's on their phone.
fucking everybody.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's almost like a Twilight Zone.
Yes.
But we're living it.
Yes. And I'm sorry, that had nothing to do with seasonal depression. It was just, it was an observance that I made today. Because I'm out there just like, oh my God, let me bask up the sun. Like,
I know,
it's
I'm
so
like,
nice outside. And then I look over and here's 20 fucking people on their phone on the corner. And I'm like, fools, what are you doing? Stop it.
They're like, we're not falling victim to this sad seasonal
depression.
Seasonal depression.
But today it was nice.
Hate it.
I like the rain.
I like the rain. No. I like it when I'm sleeping, but I don't want to get up. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do anything when it's raining. I don't want to go to work. I don't like it because it's cold. I don't like being wet. I just want to lay in bed.
I want to wear sandals and a fucking tank top every day.
Oh, I love. I do. I love.
You
the
like
gloomy,
what about it? The gloominess of it?
I do.
See,
I
it's
do.
depressing
I love
to me.
I love wind too.
Because you're like at home snuggled up, or you want to go out in it.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not out in it, but I open up my windows.
Yeah. No, that part I get. Yeah.
And I listen to it, and like I know I can't walk my dogs. Like, it is cold outside.
But for me, I open the window to lull me to sleep.
Turning my fireplace on, putting on a movie.
Yeah.
It is kind of like just that cozy time.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that like one day or a half a day maybe. But
I get that too, though.
I feel like I
want the sunshine.
I don't know how to sit with anybody else other than myself like that. I feel like if I'm going to lay and watch a movie, like if it's not with my kids, I just want to be by myself.
See, I think this might change. We can still talk about seasonal, but that is huge because, and I was having that conversation with my girlfriends today, you're so used to being single.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely. I like me time.
Yeah.
I like me.
I love me.
I love me too.
So do you feel like, though, okay, does that make you guys worry that you're going to get stuck in this mode of like
liking me too much?
Yeah, and just staying single.
No, I'm not worried about that.
If I was to be single,
you guys are okay with it.
Absolutely. If I was to be single,
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
See,
I'm like, you live over there.
No, I don't want to grow old alone, but I also, and we've had this conversation, I don't want to be with someone just for the sake of being with someone.
Right. Yeah, no, I get that too.
And so it's really, we have talked about this too. It is a small melting pot out there.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
It's a
bad.
line.
It's bad.
But think about how like married couples sleep in different rooms sometimes.
Yes, I know people like that.
Yeah. Yep. Like, I'm okay. I think everybody needs to be their individual self. I think we get too caught up as being a couple that we don't get to be ourselves. And I mean, this is off topic because we were said we're going to talk about seasonal depression, but I don't have enough time to do everything that I do and provide somebody with what they need. I have a relationship and I do feel like it's neglected, but I don't know what to do to fix that because I have to take care of me.
Right. Well, and you can't take care of somebody else unless you take care of yourself. That's the bottom line. And I don't think a lot of people get that.
I think being single for so long, it's a whole nother ball game. Because before I always used to have a boyfriend.
I'm kind of in fear of that, to be real. Like, I don't want to get in a rut. So I keep the hope up. I have the glass half full mentality. And I'm just going to keep myself out there. I'm going to put myself out there.
I do that too. I do that too. And I don't feel like I'm giving up.
Because I don't want to get to this point where it's like, throwing up my hands, fuck it. And this is just going to be my life. Because I don't like that feeling either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And I don't feel like I'm throwing up my hands. I just feel like I guess it'll come when it comes. You know what I mean? Like, I keep trying and on these dating sites, and we talked about this on the last podcast, but like, it's just crappy. And I don't want to, there's not a whole bunch of men in this town that I would even consider dating. Now I'm dating outside this town. And then the problem becomes like
distance.
Well, not only that, but like, they're like, oh, what do you do on the weekends? What do you think I do? I work. I'm a bartender. So now my days off are Sunday.
That would be tough for you.
It is tough because then they're like, oh, well, I can't, I can't, I live in
when am I
2 hours
you?
away. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm cool to drive to you on a Sunday and stay till Tuesday. Like, I'm cool to do that. But they have to be cool to receive that. You know what I mean?
Especially and that's if hard.
Exactly.
That's hard.
But would you want to give up every Sunday to Tuesday?
No.
I mean, if she met the right person, she might be excited to go see him.
I get a lot from being with my friends.
You keep doing that. And I keep going, but what if it's the right person?
No, my mom is single, been single for a long time. She's had, some good relationships in her past, but my mom's very strong, independent, does what she needs to do. And, I think she would like to have a companion, but it's not like a necessity. It's
and
just
I look
bonus.
at Amber's mom and think, well, fuck, if Amber's mom doesn't have a man, I have no fucking chance. Amber's mom is
my
beautiful.
Mom is gorgeous.
She is.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
See, and that's what's so crazy for me is I lost my mom when she was 39. Mm-hmm. So I don't have anything like you've seen your mom do it, right?
Yeah, right.
So I don't have anything.
See, and same right here. The only thing I'm
just trying to do what the books say it should be happy.
Right.
Because I don't have anything
and
to go
I guess
off
the
of.
only thing I have to compare it to is my aunt. She's single. She lives next door. She's 76 years old. She's been single a very long time, and it doesn't get any better for us the older we get. She doesn't even go on dates.
Yeah,
she's happy doing her own little.
She really
putting
is.
Around,
she
doing
is,
her
but
thing.
she would be the first to tell you she would like someone to go to the movies with, to go have dinner with, to
a companion.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean we need to live together.
Well, she does have a dude though that likes to come over and pick her up, but she is not interested in him at all.
Does he want more, or
I think he does. The way he speaks
at that age.
She doesn't want more.
I think that guy's coming to pick you up. He wants more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like effort.
And he tries to like he gets invited to a wedding. He's like, do you want to be my plus one? And then she is real quick to tell them, oh yeah, Bill's my friend.
Yeah.
I like having a good plus one. I've had so many good male relationships, friends that where there's not even boundaries crossed. And they're amazing plus ones because we can go out and have a good time. Yes. Like you buy me a drink. You know what I mean? Like we rotate the bill, whatever it may be.
Yeah, there's no expectations.
There's no expectations. Yeah. You can go home, I can go home, but we have a good time together.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I had a male friend like that, and then he got married, and now I don't see him at all, ever.
And he would come over and fix whatever I need to be fixed.
Yes.
But then, what about the sex? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing.
One night stands.
No. I mean, no.
Wah.
No, but
Kidding.
That's what I think is more common now, for sure.
One night stands.
Haven't you seen on the dating apps? And the majority of people too, that one of their little highlights is sex positivity.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Because it is about like
I swipe left on those people.
Because I
think they must be a
pervert. Be
right.
No, it's not about that. It's about like being sex positive all around. It's okay to have a one night stand. it's okay to talk about you like it in the ass and not feel weird. That's what sex
as
positivity.
long as we are being safe about it, please.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean,
I know.
we want to be healthy people, but
Yes.
because like we have families and all that. But that's what sex positivity means.
And in my
So
head,
you're swiping left.
Well, in my head, I get what you're
those are
saying.
right people.
But when I look at them, I
right.
think but see, in my world, I'm thinking that's an excuse for when I meet them, for them to be all like on me and me to be like, whoa. And then them to be like, I said sex positivity. You know what I mean? Like that's.
I don't see it like that.
See, and I do. I'm jaded.
No, but look at how two people can read two words and see it so differently.
No, exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's hearing.
Okay, if you saw sex positivity, Amber, left
It has
or right?
like a chili pepper next to it too, or something.
It means it's hot.
Oh, I haven't seen that, but
Okay, well let's.
I mean, I would just think
Find
that
somebody.
Let me see if I can find someone
Nikki,
here
find
for you on
somebody.
that
Bumble.
makes me think of somebody that's open and
Would you swipe? Would that cause you to go left?
no.
Okay, so you're.
I think it's somebody that's
me.
comfortable speaking about it. And I think talking about sex is
Yes.
very important. I think we jump into things, especially, you know, as a teenager or going on. Yeah, I've never seen that before. She's showing me a Bumble
Look
account.
at how fast you found it.
Yeah.
Because
So
they're all
I've never
over.
seen
And when
that.
you look at this guy and it says sex positivity,
How does he even know what that is? And I don't.
That's what it says to you. What it says to me is, I'm creepy.
Well, I mean, maybe
I'm
that guy's
creepy.
But what if he was a
Because he
hot
looks
guy?
creepy.
Right. That's
There are
the
There are
problem.
guys that don't look creepy that have that.
I'm like, that guy looks
I
creepy.
mean, I would swipe
and
left on
sex
that, too.
positivity. Oh my God. Ew.
No, I would swipe left on that one too.
What about this guy? Look at his teeth.
I saw him. No, he's got tons of tattoos. Watch, keep scrolling.
I know, he has
you know
tons
he
of
is.
tattoos. I know he
No,
is. I
and
keep
I couldn't-
swiping fucking left on him.
Because I couldn't get past the teeth either.
Jesus. If he didn't have those teeth.
No, it's just weird looking. Yeah.
I like a nice smile.
Oh.
Okay, is that a
So-
nice smile or is that
So
like
Amber,
I work
would
for a
you
dentist?
swipe right or left on that guy?
He's not my type.
No.
Yeah.
So because people can't see, basically the one that we're like creepy guy, he looked like a mugshot, bald.
He looked like a child molester.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
And-
Sex positivity.
And foggy. And then like another guy who, which I've seen younger, they do the sex positivity.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's more like a generational thing. It's kind of going to be a hot thing
Right.
in the
But
future.
I'm thinking that creepy guy, he's thinking that that's his, oh, you just signed off on having sex.
So if you come across a good looking guy that doesn't seem creepy and he has sex positivity, how are you thinking?
I still swipe left.
Really?
Why?
I mean, usually I would
Because I'm
swipe
weirded
left if they're
out.
less than 6 feet tall.
I know. I'm weirded out. Okay. I'm weirded out by it.
No, I think it's just somebody that's confident.
I think we need to
talking
do
about
like,
it.
I think what we need to do is we need to get video on this as soon as we can. And then we're going to swipe through mine and Misty's dating apps so we can like, you know, look and see like what we think of them. Cause they're just, I just don't know.
Man, I haven't been on Bumble in forever.
Well, you are missing nothing. Anyway, but
You're really missing nothing.
we were talking about sex positivity.
Well, we were talking about seasonal
Oh, I
depression.
mean, we were talking about seasonal depression. Sorry. I have not been drinking.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Fuck, ladies.
I'll tell you what, seasonal depression happens when you don't have sex positivity.
Oh, shit.
Wow, that's why I'm so depressed. On a serious note, though, because we did say we were going to talk about this, I do want to say something really quickly. I was so depressed one day. I was at work and I made a TikTok, and I never posted it. And it was basically just telling people like you, and just so anyone listening to this understands, you are not alone. Like I was literally so depressed, you guys. I was sleeping 10 to 12 hours a day. I know I told Amber this, and I don't know if I told you.
Oh my God, this is me like yesterday. No, I sleep a lot.
And it's
And it's
crazy.
'cause it's depression.
Yeah, because you don't need that much sleep, okay?
No, and I'm fucking tired too.
Yeah, no, like exhaust. Like
It's almost like you sleep more, it makes you more tired.
Yes.
Yeah. You
I
need to
woke
get
up after like one day I woke up after 12 hours. I picked up my phone. I was like scrolling through it. I'm like scrolling through it, right? I'm like laying in bed, do. I fell asleep. It fell on my face.
Been
And
there.
then I said to myself, oh, I guess 12 hours of sleep wasn't enough for you. And I went back to sleep for 2 more hours.
Is that crazy? But I also think you can go over those timelines because I know for me, like I'll go to bed at midnight, for example, and I will naturally wake up, let's say 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling pretty alert.
Right.
And I'm saying, I should get up and go to the gym.
Yes.
Or I should get up.
Yep.
Right. But I was like, fuck, I only slept like 6 hours, probably really 5.5. And I can sleep 2 more, just go back to sleep.
And then you're more tired.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should have woke up at 6.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that. So that first 6 hours, you fell into a deep sleep. I read about this, and I'm probably gonna say something that's not completely true.
Right.
But from my understanding is like, so you fall into sleep, then you wake up and you're like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna go back to sleep. But your REM sleep gets messed up. So you don't get that full sleep again. So then your body's naturally tired.
Because it didn't get the REM.
Because you didn't fall into that REM sleep.
So should she get up?
But if you woke up at 6 a.m.,
You should just get up.
get up. We
Do
need to
not
start
go back
doing
to sleep.
that because I think we're fucking ourselves up.
Well, this is what I've been
Like
doing
our
because
sleep patterns.
I just started going back to the gym 2 weeks ago. So when I made this video, the video that I was going to post was telling everyone that I was going back to the gym on Monday. And it was also, I was trying to inspire people and telling them, don't let anyone tell you can't do this if you have to da-da-da. But the main reason that I made the video was because I wanted, and I mean anyone who listens to this podcast, anyone who can hear this, if you struggle with suicidal thoughts, depression, whatever, please reach out to someone. I was struggling so fucking hard that I went to my aunt's house and was like, listen, and I just like started crying. And I was like, I know what I need to do for myself. I need to get myself to the gym. My aunt assured me that I was going to be okay. Everything was going to be okay. And I just needed to hear that from somebody. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm saying like anyone, like, yes, there's suicide hotlines. There's all those things. But like, and when I say suicide, I'm telling you guys, like, I literally, and this is like, I would never do this, but I was having thoughts of like putting Roger in the car and just like driving off a cliff. I would never do that because I would never leave my family like that. And I feel like,
It's just
suicide
thoughts.
is like
They're
the
just
cowardice way out,
Yeah.
like leaving people with all this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're thoughts that I was having. And I'm thinking if I'm having these and I'm
many
good,
people.
so many people are having these. So like you have to, and if you don't have someone to reach out to, or you don't want to call suicide hotline, or you've been listening to us and you're like, hey, she's fucking cool. Reach out to me on Facebook, TikTok, whatever. I will respond. I will talk to you if you think you don't have a friend or if you think you need someone to talk to. Because that's how I was feeling. And I just, like, I could have reached out to one of you guys probably easily.
Yeah.
But,
I'll always answer my phone.
yeah. But it's just like, sometimes
And
it's
people
just not
know
something
it's
that you want to share.
988. 988.
Yeah, you can even text it 988,
okay.
and that is a suicide and crisis lifeline.
For me, I didn't want to speak to a stranger, though, I think is what it was.
Right.
I really wanted, like, what I really wanted was my mom.
Yeah.
And I know Misty gets that, I really wanted my mom and I just wanted someone to talk to. And if I showed you guys the video, we could all laugh because I literally was standing in the bar recording it and I'm crying. No one's in the bar. I'm by myself. We hadn't opened yet. And I'm fucking crying. And I'm just like, and then when I got done with the video, I'm like, I'm not fucking posting that.
No, because I see people post cry videos, especially widows. They'll cry.
I can't.
I
You're not
can't.
going to see me cry. Sorry.
I know I'm not that kind of person, but I'm like, good for them
Yeah.
that they fucking are like, this is the real shit. This is what it is.
It's real shit.
Because I'm watching it and I'm relating with it.
Right.
And I feel I'm not alone. I couldn't be that person because I wouldn't do that either.
Right.
But I'm glad that there's people that do put it out there.
Right.
Because then you realize we're not alone. You're
No.
not alone. Like so
Right.
many people are
And
struggling.
I don't want anyone like you guys, my aunt, anyone, I'm suicidal. I'm not, okay? But I'm not going to tell you that the thought hasn't ever crossed my mind.
Oh, I've had the same thoughts about driving into a fucking brick wall. So I would never do that
Right.
to my kids.
Right.
And I would
No,
never do that to my
exactly.
family. But it's like, fuck, I'm just done.
Right.
Like if something was to happen to me, honestly, I hope it happens fast. And I would hope that everybody that is in my life and that knows me would be like, you know what? Amber fucking loved life and she did what she wanted to do
Right.
and was happy ultimately. I take care of everything I need to. I think that I do what I want to do for the most part. And I wouldn't want anybody to be sad. I'd want them to celebrate my life.
Right.
Yeah.
And, and just watch out for my kids.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and I mean, this does relate with seasonal depression because I
No,
think,
exactly.
Yeah, like when people, I think those are the highest suicide rates are when the weather is more affected and gloomy and
well, like in
rainy,
Seattle, there's more suicide than because
and
it's
during
raining.
the holidays, because then you got that on, compiled on top of the
Right.
weather. So I just feel like, this is across the board, like happening, and it's like we're not alone.
Right.
And even the healthiest people that got it all together, and like from the outside, you're like, there's no way. I mean, we've all seen that there is way. Especially, it's so much more open now. Like,
Right.
You come across these actors,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, holy
Robin
shit.
Williams.
Oh my god,
And that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking about too.
Well, and there was this young guy, and I don't know his name because I don't watch soap operas, but he was on a soap opera, and he was only like 29. He had his whole life ahead of him, and I'm thinking, how can this be possible? Look at you, dude! Like you got it all right now. But it's not about that. It's about what's going on in
Inside your head.
in our head,
Yeah.
and all of our heads are so different.
Right.
So I agree with you. It's like if you do have any of those thoughts, I mean, hopefully they're pushed aside quickly. Like your aunt got pushed aside quickly.
Yeah.
You go to the gym or you go walk the dog and it goes. But if it doesn't, like you gotta reach out.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like it was important because I was having, not just those thoughts, but like Christmas really fucked me up because it's hard because I'm alone, you know what I mean? And then after Christmas, and I went and spent it with my family, but I'm watching my daughter and her wife, and it's like, and then I got, the grandkids, and I'm like, and then I come home and I'm like, there ain't nothing here but me and Roger. You know what I mean? My aunt's over there.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she lives next door, we rarely spend, like, I'll see her in the morning and maybe at night she'll bring Roger's food over here, but like, we rarely go do things together, and I probably need to change that too because I'm all she has. You know what I mean? So it's just, I just wanted to because I didn't post the video. I just wanted to take this little time to say there's nobody out there that should ever be alone and have to be alone with these kind of thoughts.
Well,
really.
I think we have a, not just us, but I'm saying in general, people feel like they have a status to maintain, like these actors and actresses that are doing, having suicide issues or attempting or following through, they're afraid to reach out for help. And it's not just them, it's the general public.
Yeah.
Who wants to be another person's burden when you're like, I'm really having a tough time. I'm having these thoughts. They're going to be like, you're fine. Just don't think like that. But it is serious. If somebody really reaches out to you, I think it's very important to.
You would be amazed. I'm not going to name anyone, but there's several people in my life that and maybe it's a seasonal depression thing because this isn't the first time that I had this thought, several years ago, I reached out to my friend and her response to me was, you need to see a therapist.
Thanks.
I don't talk to her anymore because to me, I'm reaching out to you and maybe I do need to see a therapist.
But that's not what I wanted to hear.
That's not the answer you should be giving me. The answer you should be giving me is you have a lot to live for. Like, hey, maybe we should go have lunch. Should we hang out? Like, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
Instead of that, I got, you need to see a therapist. And I was like, okay, bitch, fuck you. You're not in my circle anymore. Because to me, if you came to me and said that, I would be like, Misty, what can I do? Like, how can I help you? What can I do to make it better?
Yeah, I would
let's
be like,
talk about the positive.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
be like, get that out of your head right now, girl. Let's go.
Right. And that
I'd be like,
wasn't
get
this
dressed.
person's response.
We're going to go out.
Yeah. And maybe that's all I needed. You know what I mean?
And we would have had a blast.
Right. So
You would have forgot all about it, girl.
Right. When I made the video, it was like, hey,
Hopefully,
Monday.
Nikki had her one night stand.
Never. We'll never say never, though.
Yeah,
We don't
never
know
say
what's gonna
never.
happen. But I just, like I said, just wanted to get that out there. So, and anyone else have anything?
No,
else
I just
to-
want to say that again because I was looking up on my phone because I knew there was a hotline. I wasn't sure. The 988
Yeah.
Suicide Crisis Lifeline. I think it's important to put that out there, and you can text that number. And I'm sure somebody would respond
Yeah.
if they're putting it out there on Google
Absolutely.
like that.
Yeah.
So if anybody's having issues, and maybe it's not really a suicidal thoughts or,
Just a funk.
a crisis can be anything, So don't be afraid to reach out, especially if you just need someone to talk to and you don't want anybody to know what's going on in your own
Right.
personal life. If you're afraid to reach out to somebody you know.
Because just talking through it, can really ease it all up.
Dude, even just
talking
me
through it.
making that video and not posting it made me feel better. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Which is
Yeah.
why I never even posted it because I was like, and part of me, and I'm sure, I don't know if you guys ever do this, but part of me was like, ooh, I don't want people to look at this and be like, oh, she's so much drama. She's so thirsty. It wasn't about that. It was that I wanted to post this because I'm a normal, average, everyday girl who's going through this. And of course, in my head, I'm thinking there's probably other people going through this. And I just
Like I told you,
Yeah.
I watched them. I haven't posted stuff like that, but I appreciate somebody that could.
right. And my thought
I
was
wouldn't have
even if
thought
you
that
don't
about you.
Okay. See, and my thought was even if you don't know me, you can reach out to me. I'll still talk to you. Like I'm hoping it's not to the point where you're on a ledge and I can't talk you off. But like if you feel like there's nobody, hey, reach out. I'm more than happy to have conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that that was a great segment because it was very informative and hopefully you appreciated it. And with that, I'll say I'm out. Roger that.
Roger that.
Roger that.